Today's video is brought to you by Sneak Peek. You can find out more about them at the link in my description box down below. Did you know that when you're pregnant with a boy, you actually have some of their Y chromosome circulating in your bloodstream? And that this really incredible scientific discovery means you can actually find out the sex of your baby using Sneak Peek's at-home test kit as early as 6 weeks into your pregnancy. Sneak Peek is an easy to use, over 99% accurate at-home fetal sex test that is based in science and supported by clinical study. Just order their kit, collect a few drops of blood using their collection device called Sneak Peek Snap, mail the sample to their lab using the prepaid packaging, and as early as the day your sample arrives at their lab, find out the sex of your baby. To get $20 off Sneak Peek's at-home test kit, learn more, and support my channel in the process, click on the link in my description box down below or use the code on screen at sneakpeektest.com. Thank you to Sneak Peek for sponsoring this video. And now let's dive into the wild world of chaos, confetti, and maybe even a few man-made wildfires created by people working overtime to go viral while announcing the sex of their baby. Wow, yeah, okay. Just for the record, if we're going to do these kind of reveals, we should probably find ways to do them safely. And on that note, why don't we real quickly cover the difference between sex and gender? Sex and gender are terms that are used interchangeably in day-to-day life oftentimes, but scientifically, they actually have very different meanings. Sex is basically biological attributes that determine if someone is male, female, or intersex. And most of the time, people kind of think of this as being represented by chromosomes, but it's a more multi-dimensional biological construct than that. And it also takes into account other sex traits like gene expression, anatomy, physiology, and hormone levels. Gender, on the other hand, is something only humans have. And it encompasses identity and expression, but it also includes societal expectations about roles, status, characteristics, communication styles, etc. that are associated with being a man, woman, boy, girl, trans, non-binary, or otherwise gender diverse person. So when we watch these videos and they say it's a boy, it's a girl, that's technically a gender. And what we know about the fetus based on either ultrasound or genetic screening or what have you is either its chromosomes or what it physically looks like, its anatomy. So that's technically sex. But I recognize and understand that people use these interchangeably in day-to-day life, and I may do so in this video as well. I've linked some scientific publications and resources in the description box down below if you want to learn a little bit more about the scientific difference between sex and gender.
All right. Get it. Go get it.
At least they were nice to the dog. He's like, what guys? I released the balloon. I did exactly what you wanted me to do.
2, 1.
I'm so sorry, guys.
I thought that golf club was going to hit someone, but now the baby's just wandering off. Everybody's like, yay, a girl. And the kid's like, bye, going to find the golf ball.
No.
What?
There was 2 dots on one, and I really thought that was...
It's a boy?
It is.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I didn't do that.
I'm gonna have a boy?
You're having a boy.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine being the person who was in charge of it and you've done it wrong? And then the time between like the golf ball going and being pink and then her going, actually, I did it wrong was, I'd have to look back and see, but it felt like a long few seconds that she must have been standing there going like, oh my God, I have to tell them. Do I have to tell them? Can I just wait and pretend the ultrasound was wrong? No, I have to tell them.
Dennis Dickey, a border patrol agent, wanted an explosive reveal.
and decided to use a box packed with tannerite, a highly explosive compound designed to detonate when shot with a firearm.
Maybe we should not use tannerite in our gender reveal parties. I don't know. Just a thought.
Any joy the group felt, however, was short-lived. The explosion also ignited the long grass, and within seconds, the fire was out of control.
Oh no.
For what it's worth, Dickie called for assistance immediately.
Great job, Dickie.
Firefighters attended, but were unable to immediately contain the blaze.
Is that an actual picture?
It
Oh my
spread,
gosh.
burning 190 square kilometres, or 73 square miles, of State and Forest Service land. Dickie, who was hugely remorseful for his actions,
As one should
escaped
be.
prison, though he was handed 5 years of probation and an order to make monthly restitution payments for 20 years.
Oh.
When the child for whom the party was held becomes a legal adult, his father will still be paying off the cost of his gender reveal party.
Oh my gosh. That is a crazy story. Can someone please look up and put in the comments down below how much his monthly restitution payments were? That's wild.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
They're supposed to be confetti.
Wow. It's not that serious, is it? My gosh, she can just... Can we not just make another balloon? Oh, hormones. That's what happens when you have hormones.
Yeah, can we eat it?
Yeah.
It's green. It's green.
Well, Mommy bought yellow cake mix, so it's blue.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. He wanted a sister and he's so mad. But the yellow plus blue makes green is so funny. That is definitely something that my mother would do. Sorry, Mom.
3, 2, 1.
No, it's a boy.
Are you serious?
I'm not even kidding! You said the 2 was blue!
Did you look? I left
It says 2 blue! These are 2s! We scribbled it out! Look, it's a 2! 2! They're blue!
Are you serious?
Okay, we're gonna pretend this didn't happen. I'm gonna get the other ones and it's gonna go blue and no one else will know.
Oh my gosh. I love her. And that is the friend everyone needs. She immediately steps in and goes, no, that's wrong. Also, not my fault. Let me prove it to you. And I have spares. We're going to redo this. Don't tell anybody. Only we will know. This is our secret. I won't tell anybody. You don't tell anybody. We'll do it again. Look surprised. Ready, set, go.
On the 5th of September 2020, a small family group threw the most destructive gender reveal party in history. Unreleased CCTV footage from the morning when the disaster began shows a group comprised of adults and children arriving at the edge of the park and setting off a coloured smoke bomb on the ground. Just minutes later, flames engulfed the area, spreading rapidly despite the family's efforts to bring them under control with water.
I feel like this is going to go terribly.
Neither they, nor the firefighters who were swiftly called to the scene, were able to control the blaze, which spread
Is that a
easily
real
through the
photo?
bone-dry
Oh
grass
my
and foliage.
gosh.
The El Dorado Ranch fire is, at present,
awful.
the most destructive event to result from a gender reveal party. But given the continued popularity of big, dramatic, social media-oriented reveals, there's every chance that it may not be the last.
That is an excellent point, and please, if you're watching this, I understand that people really get joy from having these kind of things, and I think that's okay. I do think it's really important not to lose sight of the forest for the trees, both from a standpoint of let's do this safely. There are so many stories of people losing their lives and things going wrong with this, and then obviously destructive stories as well. So be safe and sensible. Don't try to one-up everybody on social media. But also, this is such a tiny aspect of what you are actually celebrating, which is a new life coming into the world and into your family. And I sometimes see these kind of going wrong because people are really disappointed, which I want to validate as a feeling that people can have. It's not like it's not okay to really want, you know, a boy when you already have a girl, or vice versa, or whatever. I think that's a normal feeling. We should not shame people for having feelings, but sometimes it feels really over the top and it's all caught on camera, and then what do you do with that? We want healthy babies and we want healthy moms, and that doesn't mean you can't have a very real feeling of confusion or disappointment or excitement around if you are having a boy or girl, but also know that there are other things to consider. And I know everybody knows that, but I don't know, it's just keep in mind.
There's an epilogue to this anthology of disastrous gender reveal parties. Jenna Carvinidis, the blogger and journalist who first popularised the idea, has publicly stated that she regrets doing so, and not just because of the wildfires and the freak accidents.
I would agree with that, and I also understand where people come from with this. I didn't know that this was something that a blogger had popularized at all. I do remember, I guess, when it was becoming popular, because we didn't do anything like this with any of our kids, but I do remember people wanting us to when we were pregnant with my twins, who are now 11, and they were born in 2012. And I think it must have been around that time when this started becoming really popular, because it felt kind of novel at that point. I don't think I remember a lot being there. Someone look up and see what year it was that she popularized this.
Nowadays, she just doesn't think that the gender of an unborn child is that important. Indeed, the child for whom she held her original party has grown up to show very little interest in conforming to gender stereotypes. Perhaps instead of ever more elaborate gender reveals, Carvinidis suggests, parents might celebrate something else. The choosing of a child's name, for example. And while they're at it, they might wish to follow her original example. In many cases where a gender reveal stunt has gone wrong, a simple cake and a gathering with close friends and family might have been a much better choice.
Although we've seen some cake ones go wrong in this video, but not wrong in the way that some of these horrific stories went. I wanted to read her post there. So it's High Gloss and Sauce. A weird thing came up on Twitter, so I figured I would share here. Someone remembered it was me who invented the gender reveal party. I had written about my party on my blog and a parenting forum in July of 2008. Okay, I was off by a few years. It was picked up and an interview with me was published in the Bump magazine, and the idea kind of spread from there, and I have the article framed. Anyway, I felt a lot of mixed feelings about my random contribution to this culture. It just exploded into crazy after that. Literally, guns firing, forest fires, more emphasis on gender than has ever been necessary for a baby. Who cares what gender the baby is? I did at the time because we didn't live in 2019 and I didn't know what we know now. The assigning focus on gender at birth leaves out so much of their potential and talents that have nothing to do with what's between the legs. Plot twist, the world's first gender reveal party baby is a girl who wears suits. Edit, if you want to see more of Bee's looks, her Instagram is Bianca K Actor. I run the account. If anyone tries to slide into a 10-year-old's DMs, I will end you. That is a really great reflection on that, and ironic. Thanks for being here today. I hope that you learned something. If you did, put it in the comments down below and subscribe. I would love to have you around. We talk about all things periods, pregnancy, and everything in between. I'll see you next Monday.